Hello lovelies, you are welcome back again to my YouTube channel. Compliments of the season to you. Today's tutorial is on how I made this beautiful ruffled headband. It's quite easy and super fast as well. Do watch to the end and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your post notification bell so that you don't miss out on my videos. Let's quickly dive into the video. These are the materials I'll be needing: my fabric, thread, scissors, and my elastic. This piece of fabric is about 61 inches long and 5 inches wide. So what I'll be doing here is to fold into two on the wrong side. Then I'm going to be sewing from the top to the bottom, following that pattern. After sewing the piece, I turned it inside out using my safety pin. You can use any object of your choice. The bottom line is you turn it inside out. But I believe, or I think, the safety pin is kind of easier and faster. When doing this part, it requires a lot of patience. So I've just turned it inside out. I'll just arrange the fabric with my hands and I will ensure that the seam is facing up and is at the middle. You may want to give it a light press. I didn't do that because I may lose the puffiness of the ruffle. So it also depends on the kind of fabric you are using for this design. I'll be marking ½ an inch on both ends of the piece. I will sew on those marks downwards. When doing this, ensure your sewing is very straight because that's what will determine the beauty of the ruffles. I decided to show this so you will see how I did mine. I made sure the sewing came out straight, and now I'm doing the other edge. After doing this, you will have like a space in the middle. This is what it looks like after sewing. I got another piece again of the same length with the previous one, but with different width. The width of this piece is 3 inches. So what I'll be doing next is to make a rope kind of, and I will use a bias method to do it. I'll be folding in the raw edges of the piece. I'll fold it like that, then later fold again, just like bias. Then I'll take it to the sewing machine now to stitch it down. Some people use this kind of rope for trousers or skirts. When I'm done, I'm just going to pass it through the middle of the first piece using my safety pin. I lost a clip of this video where I started passing the rope through the first piece, but I believe you can understand what I did here. Here I'd already passed the rope in the middle of the piece, and that's how it looks. So when you've passed it out from one end, you can just stitch it down so that it doesn't pull out from there. Then on the other end, you just pull the rope again for it to form ruffles. Just watch what I did here. This was exactly what I explained earlier. I just make sure I arranged it and then I sew it in that pattern. So I just stitched this down so that while pulling the rope on the other end, it will not come out. When making your ruffles, try to use your hand to arrange it well so that the ruffles will be organized, will look at least presentable. And again, it also depends on how you did your sewing. If your sewing wasn't straight initially, it will affect the way the ruffles will come out. So ensure that you make straight sewings when doing designs like this. We're almost there. After achieving this, you also stitch down the other end, but you will just make sure you leave a little part of the rope protruding. I think this is one of the easiest headbands I've ever made on this channel. It didn't really take much time for me to sew. You can as well try it out and share your experience in the comment section. I'm done stitching both ends. So this is how it looks, or it should look. You can as well readjust the ruffle if you see that it is not well arranged. So this is how it actually looks. You may need to measure the length of the ruffle so that you know the piece of fabric you add to it to form a full headband. So I just measured this and I got 16 inches. The next thing I did was to get another piece of about 11.5 inches long and 4.5 inches wide. This piece of fabric will serve as the elastic casing. What I did here was to fold into 2 on the wrong side, and I went ahead to stitch it down that way. And this is what it looks like after stitching down. I just grabbed my scissors, then I turned it inside out, and this is how it looks. Again, I tried to make the seam to stay up and also ensure it's at the middle. I also got my piece of elastic and the length is about 6.5 inches and width of about half an inch. But I suggest you use an elastic with 1 inch width. Here I used my safety pin to pass the elastic through the casing. It's good you hold one end of the elastic with an office pin, so that while trying to pull the other end of the elastic from the other side, it won't pull out completely. Here is how it looks, so you can as well get another office pin to hold the other end of the elastic. So what I did next was to take it to the sewing machine to stitch the both ends down. Do watch carefully what I did here. I was trying to get the part that had the seam so that I will know the part that will face up. So when I achieved that, I just trimmed the rope a little. Then I placed the two this way. You can as well still hold it with pins. Then you also do it for the other end. After which I took it to the sewing machine to stitch it down. It's usually easier to stitch down after holding with pins. The pins help to put it in place. Here I was struggling with it because it was kind of thick for the pins, but I later could hold it with pins, after which I took it to the sewing machine. Our ruffled headband is ready. Some people call it ruched headband. Whichever one you call it is still okay. So simple, and it didn't really take time at all. You too can try it. I noticed that the fabric I used was bringing out thread, so I just grabbed my lighter to apply little fire so that it looks neat. When doing this, please just do it gently. Don't just apply it to the fabric directly. It's just to melt the threads coming out from the fabric. It now looks very neat, very easy, and unique as well. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, kindly give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Once again, compliments of the season. See you in my next one, and bye.